All right, guys, today we are going to diagnose a cool little offensive set that Michigan does in their game against Marquette from the year 2020. First thing we're going to do is identify players here. So we're going to have their attack are going to be these three here, really low and tight on the crease. And then their midfield are going to be in, a high four or a high wing 1-4-1. So essentially their guys are going to be set up in this type of a situation. And the general rule for them, this is a midfield driven offense in terms of who's going to initiate primary dodges. Okay. And we will roll through these here in a little bit, but I just want to take you through so you have an idea of what they're looking to get. Almost all of their dodges are going to start either from one of the the high corners or the high wings. Okay. And basically what they're going to look to do is either angle and or press from the wing. Okay. And then the near side attackman is going to kind of curl around, assuming his guy's hot and maybe try to find a shooting seam. The X guy is going to kind of sit, and then they might even get a nice seal down on the backside for this attackman on the backside here. Okay. So they're, they're really looking to push it through X and give this attackman here some through lanes to look at and to see some potential shooting spots. So we'll go over some of the stuff that they do out of this here as we see it. We'll let this one roll through. Not all of these result in goals, but generally this is kind of what they would consider their base set. So another option that they'll do, so now you'll kind of see them in their set, right? 1, 2, 3, attack, 1, 2, 3 middies, all right? And so this top midi here, he has an option of being able to come in and set essentially a cyclone, but it's almost more like a jack pick from the middle out, okay? And then he's gonna read his man. If 27 gets over the top, 29 is going to stay under and come to this wing and almost perform a shadow. Whereas if 27 goes the other direction and goes under, then he'll stay high and create that space right there. Okay, so let's let this play through. 29 fights his way in. There's our over the top. We get a sweep here, right? We're jetting over the top from the high corner. Here's our initial midi posting his way down. And now that we have decided that essentially that primary dodge is going to be happening on this lefty wing, you'll notice this left-handed this attackman on this side of the field is going to run a little C cut here to try to follow the slide, which is number 44. So 27 runs through. There you get your slide rotation. That's a midfielder, number 42. And now we actually have 3 attackmen here, still on these low pipes, and our middies are back up in their 3 spots as well. So now what Michigan can do out of this is they can run little Tar Heels this way or that way, and whichever way he chooses, that guy would then roll off to become the crease guy, and they would just keep flowing. So I think here he decides to refuse that pick, says no thank you, uses the pick on that side. Now they've got a short stick behind the goal on an attackman, and number 3 pushes up the field. We stay in this set. Now it's just JPL time. Now they're just playing and reacting and recovering, but still the concept being, all right, we've got our 3 up top. This is technically an attack, or this is an attackman now. He's just floated up there. So now when this angle dodge comes, we're still just going to pop behind it on the closest near side attack spot there. And it's going to confuse the defense, who has to decide if they're going to slide to that or not. They don't slide. Good rollback to a goal. All right, on to the next clip here in this 1-4-1. So just interesting wrinkle that Michigan does. Number 12, this attackman who plays at X is actually coming in out of the midfield every single time. So it's almost like they're having 4 attackmen on the field. I'm pretty sure they kind of transition number 42 here into a midfielder after they get through their substitution. All right. And then 12 will just drop on, and then they'll basically just have these two offensive middies running on the field the whole time. But here again, we have our shape 1, 2, 3 attack, 1, 2, 3 midfielders. And let's walk through this one and what they decide to do this time. So here's our high dodge. He is going to the angle, so 29 is going to float that way. Drew the slide, bang it to X. Okay, nothing's there. They don't like it. But what they're able to get out of that, and we'll rewind this here in a second, what they're able to get out of that is their best attackman, in my opinion, on a shorty, which gets them into their invert type of offense. They're still just floating through and playing. Here's a jet over the top into a cyclone, and a good shot opportunity there. So watch this again. So 49 is right here. He's a very good attackman for them. And because his guy is the only natural hot guy here, right? They've taken their other midfielders away, and they've effectively established for Marquette who is going to be hot. All right. And so because they do that, this attackman here is going to end up with a matchup. And so the matchup he gets, because there's your hot slide, the recovery comes back to the attackman. Now 39, this D midi is stuck on 49. They're very, very good attackmen. Now Marquette does a good job of recovering to this. They slide eagle. 77 was the original matchup. But now we're in our JPL set. We're just getting after it. And so as he gets downhill into his jet, doesn't like his initial shot, so he'll just flow right into a natural cyclone and a secondary jet that's going to get over the top and get the scoring opportunity. Didn't like his shot, just run it again. A little bit of confusion, a little bit of hands free, get a good shot opportunity. All right, third look. Okay, again, let's establish our spots. This is the same thing. Instead of starting here, this man has already just come to here, but it's the same exact set. As you see, our attack triangle here, and then our 3 middies here. So as 27 starts his dodge, he goes under. You'll notice 42 is reading him. If he had decided to split over the top and jet that, 42 would have just filled this space here. But instead, he's taking the alley, which means 42 is just going to stay open to the ball and stay right there. And there's the look that they get to the middle here. So this look actually came to number 3. So 3 is tight on the crease here. His man slides. And when his man slides, he's just going to tight curl right here to get himself into a shooting position. There's the tight curl, gets himself a shooting spot. Great opportunity. They don't quite get it. So this would be like a quick off the primary look. Now, I had mentioned early when we started this that they'll get this backside midi down, all right, to create some havoc on the backside. And there's an occasion where you can come down and set a backside screen here, let this man pop over the top. And now, again, you've got one of your best offensive players moving up the field in his strong hand with an opportunity to sweep or, hitch to the middle or take that shot. So he could have continued his cut there if we wanted to. All right, and our final one. Find our shape. Okay. Attack tight triangle on the crease. 1, 2, 3 middies. And there's 42 who starts all the plays as an attackman and then becomes part of the midfield pair on every single possession. So if we remember, option angle, 42 stays high. Option jet, 42 shadows through. They go angle, push through X. 12 gets the look through. Secondary offense, 29 gets middle, hands free, Good scoring opportunity, but a good save. So again on this, okay. Number 3, follow the slide into that C cut. Backside, number 49 is going to hold that pipe. 12 is going to support in front of the Dodger. Occasionally, they will set this backside screen down. I don't know if they do here. We can watch. And then 42 is going to try to find a lane here for this pass coming from X. When 29 gets the ball on the backside, now it's JPL, right? We've overloaded this side of the field. We have one guy helping here. If he had decided to go under, that's a auto slide from here. You have to go. He goes over, and teams are wary to slide against the sweep. He ends up getting himself a good shot. Finally, on this play, let's watch 27, who is the initial Dodger. Okay, 27 is going to dodge down the alley. So he hits that angle dodge, moves it through X. Now 3, who had circled behind, they need to reverse spots, right? Because the midfield needs to be outside of the attackman. So he's going to cut inside. I'm sorry, the attackman needs to be outside of the midfielder. He's going to cut to the inside. And when he cuts to the inside, that is on the timing of this sweep. So as he sweeps, now he becomes that crease guy who's got to read the Dodger, and he ends up stepping behind the dodge just like that. So keep an eye on 27 again. He's the initial Dodger right here. He makes the pass. They look up. 27's got to get all the way through. Sees the sweep. He knows he's the outlet there. And that helps hold number 10 from being able to slide there. So that was Michigan's little high wing 1-4-1 offense. Hope you enjoyed that. Might be something we decide to put in at some point. Pretty easy offense, and definitely one of their staples. Have a good one. Go Perp.